Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Knox, come here. Come say hi. Okay. All right. I'll give him a treat. I got to get some more treats. We're running a little low here, but these ones are, they're like doggy sweet potato fries. Here you go. Couldn't even like chew on it a little bit. Just had to crunch it and down the hatch. All right, bud, go to bed. What is up, everybody? I do want to get this out of the way first. Just so everyone is aware. Yes, this is a new HLC shirt. And you're like, well, I mean, it's a logo shirt. That's great. Hold on. This is in Coyote Tan. This is AR670-1 compliant. I want to show you the back. I want to make sure that's past the microphone. There we go. Canards are super gay. Can I explain missile fidelity? So it's not missile fidelity. It is track fidelity. So think about it like this. How do I word this? Fidelity is like the clarity of a picture. So like if you looked at something and it's all pixelated, but something's moving, you're going to pick out that moving pixel pretty easily. But if something is sharp, you can actually see and define the details in it. So that's track fidelity when it comes to a radar system. That's Mrs. Fidelity to you. Welcome back. What is up, everybody? It has been a week. Yeah, 1080 versus 4K. That's a fair assessment. If the planes were human for a day, what would be the first thing each of them did? Ooh, good call. Grandpa Buff would probably go to a gentleman's club. The kid would probably enlist in the Marine Corps. Just shot in the dark. That'd be the first chance to give him some action. The F-18 would probably be a WWE superstar. Are those orders in place? Yes. I mean, kind of. So after transitions out of the military was closed today, I got a phone call that my stuff has populated in transition. So I should have my orders maybe sometime next week. Fingers crossed. Welcome to the green side, kid. Are you winning, son? I demand Fritz, the old relic rat dog. Longtime buff and kid enjoyer, first time stream catcher. Yo, what's up? What is up, my dude? Can you provide some details on what happened with the Chinese missiles in Pakistan? What's up, Rafael? Get shot down or not? So I will tell you, it is so hard. It is harder to figure out what is going on between Pakistan and India than it is to get any other information about any other conflict going on. Both Pakistan and India are both very, very good at like the social media and information space. They know how to make things sound the way they want them to sound. They're both incredibly good at it. So I would take everything with a grain of salt. Now, the Pakistanis showed some Chinese air-to-air missiles that had fallen, or maybe I got that backwards. I don't know. But there were some Chinese air-to-air missiles. They could have just burned out, not self-destructed. That's a real possibility. Is it possible for the Rafael to get shot down? Yes, absolutely. It's possible for any aircraft to get shot down. That being said, I don't know if it did. I haven't seen any evidence of it. I have. What is up, Alex?
Chelsea, first time actually seeing you live. Thanks for all the good times, dude. Buff and Franklin 2028.
Buff and Franklin 2028. I may have to bring the shirt back for 2028 then. Hopefully I'm still relevant by then. No, thank you so much, Alex. So where was I at? Okay, so any plane can get shot down in combat. Now, what I have seen is India has published photographs of destroyed or damaged infrastructure that they've hit. It doesn't look photoshopped, could be, but if it is, it's really, really well done. So I don't know. There's so many question marks in the information space. I have no idea what's going on, man. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you a better answer than that. I'm so sorry. I'm recovering from shoulder surgery you got yesterday. Well, get Caboose, get all rested up, man. Fucking chill out. Take all the TDY and leave you can. That's the game plan. I'm getting 20 days of permissive TDY and I have about 50 days of leave saved up. And right now, look, I'm not trying to say anything. I love Nick. Nick is a great human being. He's one of my friends. But Nick, bro, you gotta learn to answer text messages. I need dates that you're available because I have one definitely and maybe one more museum that want us there. I got one for sure and another one is a possible. But I'm trying to get the dates lined up and right now it's a pain in the ass. Did I get the DC orders yet? Those ones. I did not get the DC orders yet. No, not those ones. Sorry. I thought you were talking about my get out of the military orders. I haven't gotten anything from DC. Hypersonic. Russian missiles suck. They do. Well, apparently they have an air-to-air. I haven't looked into it too much, but it's like revered as one of the best long-range air-to-air missiles out there. But I'd take that with a grain of salt because we have... I don't know why they lie so much. Like, just... So, like, the Typhoon missile system, I said it spelled it Typhoon, but it's Typhoon missile system that we put in the Philippines. I think it's really funny that the government came forward and was like, oh, yeah, you mean that one that's hypersonic capable? And then they were like, oh, yeah, but it's not proper hypersonic. It's just, like, they tried to backpedal. It was so good. What would happen if China or Russia touched a boat? Well, Russia, they would get folded like yesterday's laundry. I'm telling you, like, I just, the sheer, oh my God, Nicholas, holy shit.
I'd intercept me.
What, you don't shout communism while you are texting him?
I should put that in the group chat. Communism. Will you fucking answer? He's a busy dude. He's all over the place. I love Nick. Nick is one of the greatest humans known to man. But I mean, obviously, you still get frustrated at your friends when you're trying to make things happen, right? So Russia would probably get folded. Russian Navy isn't even a fraction of where they could be. And we've proven repeatedly that their hypersonics are not real. China, I will say, out of all the countries that are out there, China is probably the closest to a real hypersonic. And that's with their DFZF. But that's a lot more math than I am even capable. Like, I would have to be a physics professor to explain, like, to fully understand if the DFZF is even probable, because what it is, it's a hypersonic glide vehicle. It's taken aloft by a traditional rocket motor and can pretty much exponentially circle the globe, like in orbit. And then when you need it, it drops. And so your asset's here and it looks like it's dropping short. And then what happens is it levels out and it flies a cruise missile profile. So most sensors will be like, okay, it's dropping short. I don't really need to worry about that one. When in reality, you're about to have a cruise missile fucking breathing down your pipes. So I don't know. I don't know. China is going to put up a whole lot more of a fight, but I feel like a good blockade would really put China on their back foot because they're not self-sustaining. Happy to see you, man. What's up, Bucket Dealer? We had some 80-mile-an-hour winds, block roads, and knock out power cables. It's absolute chaos right now. I've got a whole tree on my roof. Oh, shit, dude. Well, I'm glad you're safe, but don't be on here, sending me, sending me super chats when you have a tree on your roof, man. But I do appreciate it. World War Poo, I like it. You're a USMC poolee. Congratulations, Philip. Like, dead serious, man. This is the thing. Any job you do in the military, just give it 100%, man. Just give it 100%. And right now, what I'm dealing with in the air defense branch, and there's a select few of us, like our regimental sergeant major, his name is Sergeant Major Macri. He's very war focused. Like, that's where his brain works at. And for me, that's how I've always been, like, brought up in the military. I'm very war focused. So when I'm doing, like, training exercises and teaching my students, I'm like, okay, this is the way we've always done it. It's not written in a book anywhere that we need to do it that way. And that way is probably going to get you killed on the battlefield because we've been training people to pass evaluations and not training people to win wars. I'm like, all right, pull your head out of your ass. And how would this make more sense if you were going to go fight and win a war?
Would you
Wither,
intercept me?
what is up, my dude?
I'd intercept me.
Hello HLC, I had the unfortunate experience today, human pinata. How do you deal with the experience of death?
Damn, that's a heavy question. Trying to think. Well, like, I guess I'll tell you guys my definition of success. I think that's the easiest way to do it. For years, My definition, and everyone's definition of success is different. Everyone's is different. No, you're good, Wither. You're good. You're good, man.
Intercept me.
Sorry to bring the mood down.
No, it's okay, Wither. My definition of success used to be that you need to be so successful in life that people who hate you still brag about knowing you. And that may be true for a lot of people. But it changed recently, and I would say that my new definition of success is be so successful that you're not afraid to see the people who are gone before you at the pearly gates. Like that when they see you, they would be proud of the life you lived. That's kind of the way that I live my life now, is I always try and give that 110%. And I like to think that this is a golden, a phenomenal opportunity I've been given to be a creator. And even when I'm tired, even when I'm burned out, I always want to try and give 100% for you guys. And I know the videos were a little bit spastic this week. I was so completely overwhelmed. I was so unbelievably overwhelmed. So sometimes I got to take those knees for myself, okay? But I hope that helps. Let me see. First time I caught stream at the start. Love you, bro. Remember, India has an army of call centers and tech bros. That's fair. Fifth generation warfare. Dude, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Oh, man. I'm still trying to get caught up. Hot take, but do you hate canards on cars too? So I will say, I don't hate canards, but like I made a joke as the kid one time with canards, and it just kind of stuck. But I understand the importance of downforce. So when a car has something like that, makes sense. The right car. When I see somebody's Honda Civic with a giant spoiler on the back, I'm like, bro. But playing Helldivers 2 right now. Oh, it's a good game. I haven't played it in a while. think the Illuminatis are going to reach Super Earth Hello from SES. Bringer of the Constitution. Oh, mine is SES Shield of Steel. That's what mine is. What's my opinion on Disney deleting the Fat Electrician's favorite movie? Mulan? Did they delete Mulan? Like the live action one? No. Or did they delete the cartoon one? Dude, that's nuts. I did not know that. Maybe that's why he isn't texting me back. Russia has FOBs even if it's against treaty. Will be tough to defend against. No, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. What's my favorite fake ancient civilization? Like Atlantis? Oh, I'll be honest with you. I think Atlantis is the only one that I know of. Also the movie Atlantis, top tier. And there's people like, we should get a live action. No. It is perfect. For some reason, in the early 2000s, like American animation hit this whole new level of phenomenal, like just design and the art style. It was beautiful. And then somebody's like, no, we're not doing that no more. That's awful. I don't want to do that no more. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what the hell happened. The legend himself, I'm not a legend. Except for when I spill milk on the bottom of a map. You could say that it's legendary. Oh, God. This is why I don't have any friends. This is why Rich makes fun of me. No. You guys are good, man. What is my favorite plane or weapon system? So plane is going to be the F4U Corsair. I love a good punching up story. And they were fighting jet MiGs and holding their own. I love that. And then weapon system is easily the M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine gun. Sorry. SES Night of the Stars here. Hell yeah, dude. Helldivers, yeah, no, I just recently updated it, but this is the thing, guys. You gotta understand. Enshrouded just got a huge update, so I've been playing that with what little time I have. I think I've maybe, since the update came out on Monday, I've maybe logged 3.5, 4 hours the whole week. And then on the 20th, the new Roadcraft comes out from Saber Interactive, and I'm really looking forward to that because I love SnowRunner and I love MudRunner. The Shady 580 doing today. It is fucking toasty out there, my dude. Grew up there. My dad worked for Fire Support Test Director. No shit. I like it. Is there a shirt for the Canards joke? There is not. I don't have a Canards or gays shirt. But this is my newest one. For those of you who weren't here initially, I do want to show it again. Obviously, got the logo on the front. It is AR670-1 compliant. I wore it underneath my uniform all day today. No one said anything. It looks perfect, except I was ordered to be here. I can't wait for first sergeants to start seeing that around the motor pool. It's available at hlc.com. Well, not HLC. You actually have to type in habitual line crosser. A 3-letter domain name, really fucking expensive. How about CIG finally releasing the Idris? Tyler, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I feel like I should know those. I'm so sorry. Look up Fat Files. He made a vid on the movie. He did. Okay. I stand corrected. I will shut up. Elevators are just rear view canards. Hey, we don't talk about that. Chicago has a lot of pride knowing the Pope is from there. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Anyone think the F-35 needs a couple more engines so we can have an F-150? Didn't President Trump say something about the F-35 getting a second engine or F-22 get an upgrade? I saw somebody posted it today, said something to me today, and I just haven't had a chance to read up on it. Canards are gay. Of course they are. What up, Justin? How you doing? Techno, did the Helldiver fry your PC? What? A-37 Dragonfly. I don't know anything. So here's the thing. When it comes to aircraft, I know some stuff, mainly because I look at kinematics and numbers and shit all day. But I don't know everything about everything. But I do know for a fact that I know more about weapons than weapons does. 100%. F-35 plus second engine is F-55. I mean, well, isn't it? Did that math right? Is that, I don't know. Canards are 2 times as gay as the ATF. Oh my God. What do you tell me? No, don't do that. Do you? I do weapons. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys about the AIM-9X Hellfire. It's got... I love saying that because every time I feel like I take 5 minutes off of weapons life when I say AIM-9 Hellfire because it's the AGM 114. I know that now. Don't math in public. I don't math in public. Why not F70? See? Okay, someone else did the math. I didn't do the math. When am I going to the Air Force Museum? Well, I want you guys to know they have a NATO summit going on, and Public Affairs didn't let me know this. I found all this out from other sources. So they're like all hands on deck right now, and no one is answering any emails that aren't related to that NATO summit. So I'm like, man, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I'm trying to do this. I'm desperately trying, and I'm not getting anywhere. So I do have a couple other things in the works. AIM-9 Hellfire, short-range ballistic missile. Now, Wolfram, now when you start playing with ballistic missiles, you're in my territory. Don't you do that. How's the Shady 580 doing lately? No, I got you. Yeah, I heard you, Shortgrass Studios. I read it before. I thought, I'm so sorry. Did I screw something up? Don't miss the town, but do miss the refuge. The fishing is okay here. I will admit that is one of the best parts about Lawton, Oklahoma, is the fishing is really, really good. Any update on Rich and the unsubscribed fan base? Absolutely destroying. So what we have with the Buffalo school system right now is they had a closed door session for 4.5 hours. And in that 4.5 hours, they voted 6-2, and the vote passed that they need an outside investigation. Okay. That's as far as they've gotten. In 4.5 hours of a meeting, they decided, yeah, we should look into this. That's it. That's all they've done. They haven't appointed anyone. They haven't figured anybody out. Like and I have a feeling right now they're trying to find out, okay, who can we get to spin this in a way that doesn't look bad? And I think that's what they're trying to do. Big-ish exercise kicking off in the Providence I live in. Carillion sword? Look, man, I'm dyslexic, man. If it's not a word I'm familiar with, why you got to do that to me? Second. You have too many consonants, bro. I'm sorry. 5,000 troops, 700 vehicles. Brits bringing the Apaches. Some American presence. Hell yeah. You don't got to say hypersonic 3 times. Yeshael. I don't know how to say that name. I'm here. F-70 would go hard. It really would. Yeah, no, that's it, Luxon. After 4.5 hours, that's as far as they got. Thoughts about the F-47? We've gotten a little bit more information, mainly that it's what word did they use? I got to use the right word because now my brain is drawing a fucking blank. Combat range. The combat range is going to be 1,000 miles. Now, this is the thing. Weapons, you can correct me if I'm wrong. When you put into a factor combat range, you have to know, okay, so this is the radius. It has to be able to get there, have enough fuel to fight, launch missiles, do whatever it's doing, and then get back. I don't know what that fictitious number is for how long it has to loiter there, but within 1,000 miles, it has to be able to go, do its job, and come back on its own fuel source. So, I don't know. F-70 with hypersonic cruise? Fuck it. We're going to just take 4 F-15 engines and stick them on the back of something. Hypersonic line crosser. Oh, yeah. Third-party investigation is already underway. Tattooed electro. Oh, yeah, bro. Nick has gotten... I don't know if you guys saw... You probably did Weapons, the new kind of consensual, but like half of the episode was Nick just going over his binder that says, be the bigger bully. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. Nick has the binder that he goes over, like that has all the details. It's tabbed. Like he told me before he really stopped answering that he was working on that like 12, 14 hours a day. And you know what's great is the be the bigger bully thing. I'm not certain. I'm not certain. But I believe the first time Nick was told that was by Mrs. Linecrosser. This was like a year ago. Because Nick is the king of conviction. When he puts his mind to something, there's nothing that is going to sway him from it. That's just the way he works. And he said something, and I think my wife said like, oh yeah, be the bigger bully. And he was like, I like that. Be the bigger bully. That might have been the first time he ever heard that, but I don't know. He may have heard it sometime before that. I don't know. World War I, aim. World War II, drop bombs. Well, World War I was like, throw as much shit in that general direction as you could. World War II was definitely drop a lot of bombs. You definitely nailed that one. And World War III is going to be the end of civilization. See, yeah. Buffalo's a nuke. HLC, you hear about that time the Brits tried using nuclear-tipped SAMs to protect them from Soviet bombers, missiles in the 50s. I'm not sure of when the Brits did it, but the US did it several times. Pretty much everything in the Nike program for the US had the capability to be nuclear-tipped, with the exception of the Nike Ajax. So the Nike program, if you watch the Habitually Fat episode, you have Nike Ajax, which is anti-jammer and cruise missile or something. Anyways, Ajax. Then you had the Nike Hercules, nuclear tipped. And then you had the Nike... Oh, I always fuck up the order of these last two. I think it was the Nike Spartan, which nuclear tipped as well. And then Nike Zeus, nuclear tipped as well. And then the last in that line was the Sprint missile. Ha! But I didn't know the Brits did it. I know the Brits did the nuclear landmine and those poor chickens. Because if you guys had never heard, like when I made that joke about the chickens, the Brits had landmines and they were nuclear and they would literally create a small nuclear blast. Okay. What they had to do to protect those landmines, they had to maintain a certain temperature of them, didn't want them to freeze, didn't want them to do anything, so they would put them in a hole with a live chicken. And the chicken would sit on the landmine and keep it warm and climate controlled and dry and all this other stuff like that. And when the chicken died, it was ready to go. It's kind of fucked up. But yeah. What is up, Mike Kavind, I think so? A1 Skyraider might be the A-10's dad, but the A-37 Dragonfly is its mom. They put a minigun on the nose of a trainer jet. No shit. I don't know anything about the A-37 Dragonfly. Now my tism is tickled, and I'm going to go look. Nike for the Flash. That's funny. T-shirt need, be the bigger bully. Bro. You know what? This is the thing. I'm not going to text Nick that. Because if I text Nick that, he's still not going to answer. I love the guy. But fuck, man.
Would you intercept
Proud to be
me?
Polish Poland. Just all Polish flags.
Intercept me.
Alright, I have to go. Very small window of time to do things. Y'all stay safe.
All right, Wither. Hey, man. Reach out if you need anything. You have a way of getting a hold of me. I have no idea how to get a hold of you, Wither. You just show up in here, make it rain on me like I'm a hoe, and fucking dip out, bro. But I'm glad you're here, Wither. I hope everything turns out okay, man. Can I please talk to the people on Pepperbox to do localized? Dollar is super expensive for places like Brazil. Huh. I'll bring it up to Jake. Hold on, I got... All right, I will talk to Jake. I can't guarantee anything, but I will talk to him. Do you hear the wall of damned souls every time he opens the binder? It's... I hear the whale, not the wall. This is a public service announcement about dyslexia. Yep, that's a real thing. God damn it. It's not the dumbest thing I've done. I know the exact dumbest thing that I've done, and it was in the Army. I know the day. I know exactly what happened, and I don't know if I've ever told that story, and I might someday. I don't know, maybe. But yes, the wail of damned souls. You definitely hear the wail of somebody. Apparently, the superintendent of Buffalo Public Schools is really upset that she had to take down her social media because she spent so much time cultivating it and making it look good. I am Withers. I mean, pretty much, yeah. Super tweet. Nick did a show on it. Or 837. I'll take a look. Dragonfly. Nick covered it last year too. Did he? I thought that was the mosquito. I know he did the star streak, the mosquito, or not star streak, the oh god, no. I did the star streak. That's the fucking HVM. Oh my god. All right. How on earth are you going to introduce upgraded F-22 Super as a character? I don't know. Maybe I just need to do the kid, but more of the kid. I don't know. Where's my king rat dog? Provide me the holy relic. You guys see Nox? Big old bed over there. And he's in the small one.
Would you intercept me?
Danny, thank you so much.
I'd intercept me.
We have as many admirals as ships in the US Navy. We have, as of 2023, 267 generals and 10 divisions. The USMC has 85 generals. Our military is top-heavy, and we need more doers, not do-it-ers.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. There's so... All right, quick rant. In air defense, we run into a problem called too many chiefs, not enough Indians, okay? There is a ton of officers. And because of the level of the strategic impact of my job, NCOs have very, very little power. Because I can't make the decision to kill something. I mean, I can. But the officer is going to get mad about it. And we might go to jail. I digress. I'm not allowed to make decisions for damn near anything. And so what I've tried to do as I'm teaching young non-commissioned officers is you need to take your power back. But with that power, kind of Spider-Man-y, great responsibility. You fuck that up once you take that power back, they're never going to let you have it again. You need to be on your A game. But yeah. Totally agree with you though. F-22 Super Kid Truckosaurus Rex. Should be the Joe Pesci voice. When you did the video about the French Super CV, the US still holds the record for the largest CV enterprise. Yes. Wait. Even with that one? Put more chiefs in the field. Big facts. Bro, spend more time out there in the woods with your guys. That's where I prefer to be. Stick me in the field, man. Like I'm not a garrison soldier. I got too much of a potty mouth and shit. We definitely need big whiskey. This is the thing. I love battleships. I think battleships are gorgeous. I think they're beautiful. But unless they're updated, missiles can do more than them big cannons can. Now, that's kind of arbitrary because getting hit with one of those, 2,100 pound shell, it's going to hurt. I don't know how much a Tomahawk weighs or a Sea Sparrow. I have no clue. 2 a.m. in Finland. I'm switching between your stream and the EDM party I'm at. Please don't forget to enjoy yourselves this Friday. Absolutely. After this, I'm going downstairs, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to probably eat some popcorn, and then I'm going to fucking bed, and I'm sleeping until I wake up. I'm going to go downstairs and tell my missus that, like, look, I have not slept in. I don't know the last time I slept in, nor do I know the last time I had a day off. I'm going to be totally real with you. Like, because when I'm not doing army shit, I'm busy doing my craft. So, like, last weekend, in 2 days, I did 4 videos. Now, 2 of those haven't come out yet. Let me see. Hold on. One was an exclusive. One was the one you guys saw on Monday here. They saw it on Sunday on Pepperbox. One of them is in HLC's classroom. I want to teach you guys about something. And I hope, like, of course I want you to learn something, but I hope I don't get too, like, this is what the book says, and because I'm trying to explain, Scott Ritter said something fucking stupid, and it triggered my tism, and I'm like, look, I'm going to show the world how fucking retarded you are. But anyways, and then the last one is a kind of consensual, which already came out. Like, wait, no, did that one come out? Guys, I've lost track of my days. Can you ask a hypothetical question about missile physics? I will try to answer. I'm trying to get to everybody. There's just a lot going on here, man. The Kid Buff and Franklin needed to cook for 2 hours. Fuck that. Have car dealership tossed at you? That's fair. Welcome to Toyotathon, motherfuckers. Must be over 18. Work with Franklin on alert. Yes. Ha! Wither talked to me on Steam. He's doing okay. That's what I care about. I'm glad he's okay. Oh, I saw the Franklin. I saw the raccoon in the F-15. I did see that. I just didn't make it into a joke. Dude, there's sometimes that I'm like, I don't know if I could say anything more about this. It'll hurt for a fraction of a second before it's over. You're not. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna feel anything. Have a day off, mate. You deserve it. I appreciate it, Mark. I'm busy, man. 8 in the rack lets you talk more smack. Yeah, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, guys. Like, but that's the thing. Like, it's you guys are perfectly fine with me. Like, hey, man, take the time you need. You know, get your head on straight, get some rest. You guys are totally cool with that, and I get that. I've been a workaholic my entire life, and for me, there's like I'll be like I'm just gonna chill out, and then I see something on the news, and I'm like, I can make this funny. Maybe there's somebody out there. Maybe there's a life I can save by making someone smile and laugh rather than think about the dark shit that's going on in their life. And like, maybe I'm thinking too much into it. I'm sorry. Like, that's just fucking weird. But good evening, HLC. Just made it to the stream. How's my week been? And how is the Wither search coming along? I have a way to communicate back with him that isn't just through stream. We're getting there. Yes, Ethan came out. Okay, it came out. I'm sorry, Weapons. Can you guys tell it's been a week? It's been a week. It was enough of a week that my first sergeant, I like my first sergeant. Me and my first sergeant get along. But he did something today that prompted me to tell him, First Sergeant, we need to talk. I'll be in your office at lunch for a one-on-one. And then we proceeded to more or less, like, we ended up getting to the bottom of it, but we kind of berated each other there at first. I was like, this is fucking stupid. You shouldn't have done that. Like, that was not fucking cool. That was disrespectful. Like, yeah. Anyways, that happened. So that's how the week went. But he's a good dude. Honestly, like, I like the guy. As a human, he's a really good dude. Irritated me today, but I think everybody can do that. Do the buff thing. Sorry. What am I doing the buff thing for? What movie has the most realistic Sam scene? Ooh. Now you got me fucking, I don't know if it's the first or the second Iron Man, where he's like flying along and a short range missile just comes up and whacks him and, like, I mean, knocks him out of the sky. He ends up killing everybody, you know, whatever, obviously doing Iron Man things. but that's probably the most realistic engagement. He had no idea that something was inbound. It just boom, and it hit. But like people like, oh, well, what about behind enemy lines? Bro, that missile flew for like 45 seconds. If I'm launching a missile for 45 seconds, you are too far for me to shoot at. So maybe that one? I don't know. There's not a lot of good SAM scenes out there. 16-inch nuclear battleship gun rounds. Oh, that's a little intense. Can I make a video about the USS Massachusetts BB-59? I mean, can I go see it? I don't know if it's still. I don't know everything about everything. Anyone else see the Meth Raccoon? Oh, of course. I mentioned it in one of my videos. Unless you turn us on a certain school system. Chickens as space heaters. Yeah. I need some range therapy. I'm actually out of 45 round, not 45-70, just my 45 ACP. And I think I'm going to buy an AR. I just don't own an AR. I like lever guns. I've always been a lever gun fan. If the Navy needs a battleship, it would be better to build a new one compared to bring the Iowas back. Yeah, I totally agree with that. The amount of cost, and plus the amount of hours and years that are on those superstructures, it just, yeah. Insanity in the Air, Project Pluto. Yes. Yes. Did that 3 years ago for me, man. Terry, honestly, like shit like that, like I say shit. I'm sorry, that was a bad. But statements like that really do keep me going. I appreciate, like, more than anything else, I love making people laugh and smile through some of the worst times in their life. Oh God. Oh, he's been brought in. Come here, Fritz. Somebody requested the rat dog. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on me drum all day. You wanna hang out with the daddy? We hanging out? Scraping the bottom of the barrel, Army recruiter? Yeah, we trying. They're lever action ARs now. I know, and I kind of want one. There's Henry came out with one. It's literally an AR, like upper, but the lower is a lever action Henry rifle, and it's $1,500. And I was like, tell me I don't need it. He's like, you don't fucking need that. I was like, that's fair. That's fair. What are you doing? What are you doing, my little dude? You want a Zerbert? All right. You're going to go out with the mom. Your son's out. All right. Sorry about that. Bro, the dog pees on everything. Behind enemy lines, yes. A lot of people think that one's good, but the missile flew for too long, and he knew too much was going on at that time. The Fritz has been let loose. And then you kiss for search. Is that Metal Mania? Who is that? Who is that? Do I work with you? I want to know if I work with you. Meth Raccoon is crazy. Forced reset triggers are back? Really? I don't know what a forced reset trigger is. I'm a missile guy, not a gun guy. I'm so sorry. I need a lever action AR. Absolutely. I got my 45-70. And I have my hunting rifle, which is a 308. I also got my 30-06. Like, I grew up hunting. That's just what I did. But people nowadays, they got like these fucking $3,000 hunting rifles. And I'm like, I drop a deer with a 30-06. And it's all wood. Does the trick. Does what I need it to do. Nothing crazy. I do love, like, lever guns. It's I don't know. Everyone has their guns that they like. I like lever guns. And I like belt feds. Never been a magazine guy. I love belt feds. But there is something, and I maybe want to get an MP5. That is also on my list because I think every man has the manly urge to MP5 slap. Just, like, I really want to do that. RA5 Vigilante. Why do I know that? Badass plane, most realistic Sam, hence the Flight of the Intruder. Thanks for making us vets laugh. Wayne, I appreciate you being here, man. I'm going to be right there with you, man. You guys called him the nutsack. He feels like a nutsack. There's a bunch of interesting lever guns coming out these days. Yeah. Thermobaric battleship rounds. Alex, who hurt you? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but Dogpool, yeah. Fritz is, he's a Chinese crested. Another ammo blew up in Crimea. Really? I heard about one, was it yesterday when I was doing my research? It was like 1,500 tons or something of ammo. Thank you to all. Keep the news interesting. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Neil. I really appreciate it. Would a swarm of sea drones, both anti-ship and anti-air, stop a West Taiwanese attack? It's hard to say. Right now, drones have thrown a question mark into the world of warfare. Now, I'm not saying it's a wonder weapon, because you can't really win the war with nothing but drones, because jammers are getting better. I believe EMPs are going to be making a comeback with the prevalence of fiber optic. You know, people are like, well, if it's got a cable, it's got power. That's not how that works. Fiber optic cable is used for passing data at the speed of light. You might be able to put power through it, but I highly doubt it. So I don't know. There's so many variables, but it's maybe. I mean, if realistically, if you can take out their landing craft and their aircraft, there's not much they can do. What's my fourth general order? Fucking, I'll guard my post from flank to flank and take no shit from any rank. Actually, don't ever say that. USS Massachusetts is available at Battleship Cove in Maryland. The first and last 16-inch shells. So that's the thing. I would love what we're thinking about doing. So Mrs. Linecrosser, love the woman to death. She has really taken over the responsibility of helping Nick and I get museums. And she's reached out to some, and we know we got to start small. And I think that's probably why the Air Force Museum is like, and not really responding to us, is because we're nobody to them. We've got a couple of episodes out no matter what. So we got to start small. And so we've started small, but I still want to find things that are cool. Looking in, I don't want to say what we're looking into because I don't want to jinx anything, but there's one that is absolutely, they want us there, and I'm very excited about it. It's in Rhode Island. I couldn't even find Rhode Island on a map. I know it's a state, but I have no idea where the hell it is. It's on the East Coast. Like, that's about it. Rat Dog, new character. Fritz is awesome, and he's such a daddy's boy, man. Like, that dog, he likes me more than my wife. So he's technically her dog, but he loves me so much more. Mrs. Linecrosser goes, don't spoil it. It's way cool. Is that a weasel? Kristen, thank you so much. What is up, brethren? We have 800 people watching right now. 800 of you. Y'all ain't got anything better to do? I'm sorry. I just feel like a normal guy. Like, I really do this because I just, I like talking to you guys. Gatling shotgun. Yes, please. I knew a guy. He used to do a lot of drugs. And he was a member of the Hells Angels. Nice guy. To most people. He was like 80 something years old, and he used to make black powder Gatling guns that would fire D-cell batteries through his Winnebago. And it was really cool. I don't know if you know this, but homemade cannons aren't really regulated. Probably illegal to fire within city limits, so I mean, do that. Haven't seen an email about Fusion yet. With ADHD, you can listen to college lectures while playing COD and retain it. But the focus department got a shoestring budget and is ran by a playful kitten. Freedom Fiend, I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I should know this. You guys are looking in Nox's ear on the camera. The ice cream truck is outside. If Theo Vaughn was a dog, bro, I should just send a picture of that and tag Theo Vaughn. Flight of the Intruder. I don't think I've ever seen Flight of the Intruder, so I want to check it out. They don't chase? Oh my god, I'm so far behind. What is up, everybody? Try to get a lever action AR chambered in 50 Beowulf. Look, man, I already got my 4570. My shoulder doesn't like that one. I do want another 4570. Like, I have the old school, like, Gold Boy from Henry. It's got the body or the centerpiece that's all like cast out of or cut CNC'd out of solid bronze. It's all wood. It's got the brass butt plate. Like, it's beautiful. But now I want one like all skeletonized with a suppressor and just like that's fun to shoot. That's what I want. You sent a $10 super chat. Can you please read it? Did I miss it? Hold on. Let me see. Where's that person at? The 4570 auto? No, thank you. Hold on. Where did that... Prince of Iona. Did I miss it? Hold on. And then you kid. Oh, sorry, no. Oh, you should debate. I'm sorry, Prince. My bad. You should debate history legends that seems biased towards Russia and Pakistan and claims India lost several jets to Pakistan. I thought the U.S. had the best gear, so that sounds off. I don't know. So, but that's the thing. I don't know if it's U.S. gear that was lost. Like, the claim is that they lost some, not Mirage. Was it Mirage or Gripens? Gripens, whatever they're called. I don't remember what the claim is. But here's the thing, and you got to kind of read between the lines. I haven't seen any images of debris. Like, enough debris that it would be, okay, that's a down plane. I've seen like a chunk of something. Okay, possible. But where's the rest of it? It all got burned up and vaporized. That's not a thing that happens. I don't like to debate people because I get emotionally invested when people... I have a really bad habit, and many of you have this habit, and a lot of vets really have this habit. And this habit is that I expect others to use logic, and they don't. But anyways, reading between the lines on that, when the Houthis down one of our drones, okay, one of our Predator drones, or Reapers, sorry. Every image of that is circulated around the internet for weeks. So when they claim, like, we shot your carrier and there's no images, I know they're full of shit. I absolutely know that they're completely full of shit. Pakistan's very similar. You make a claim, if you have proof of it, I guarantee it's going to be everywhere. And India had proof that they hit some stuff, or they had a really good Photoshop. I don't know. Sorry about that, man. What is the new F-55? I don't know. Somebody, like, I got a few texts about that recently, and I don't know what to do. Kid Buff, you're going to Poland. Oh, I'm going to Poland. Good, that's awesome. They know how to party.
Okay, alright kids, so here's the plan. When we get over there, we're gonna just go on a little walk and have a conversation with Russia. They like to steal all our planes. Well, that's China too, but they like to steal all the planes. I got something they can fucking steal. I'm gonna drag it across their fucking forehead.
Boss, we love you, but you need to go to streaming school. I probably do. Zachary Brass, thank you so much. For Play Museum, try Wings Over the Rockies. Is that in Colorado? I'm from Colorado. I've never heard that. Is the Mystery Rhode Island Museum the history of prostitution? There, what? Mrs. Linecrosser, if you are in chat and that is the museum there, I want to do that museum immediately. Oh man, I got way behind. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got way behind. What do I think of the new Balochistan? DLC, this patch might have more peace for the world. I don't know. I heard about it. I have yet to look into it. I have had no time, but it's gonna be mentioned. Absolutely. Does it pronounce Balochistan? Or Balochistan? I don't know how to pronounce that. 800 men? What? I do not believe in Delaware. It's a myth. Facts, Carl. I've never met a human from Delaware. People don't live in Delaware. There's nothing in Delaware. Delaware is not a real place. It's it's like when people tell me to drink responsibly. Responsibly is imaginary village in my head that I get drunk. That's where I'm at. Fostech makes a 20-round drum. I think I've seen that. The dude I saw somebody with a Barrett drum. Oh man, Zachary, I already said thank you. Hey man, love your videos, really helped Knights Overthinking. You really interested me in air defense, and I just joined your pepper box. Thank you so much, Jake. Here, you get some horns for joining up on a pepper box. So here's the thing. My goal, and there's so many people like, you're a psyop. Okay. Everything is a psyop. I want you to know that. A commercial is a psyop. It's also propaganda. A commercial is designed to change your thinking to be interested in whatever that is. Okay, so when everyone's like, you're propaganda, everything you watch, any type of entertainment nowadays is fucking propaganda. It's not trying to entertain you, it's trying to change your thought process. But anyways, I digress. Something I've found in life is that when someone is passionate about something, they can make other people excited about it. So like when I teach my classes, I try and be as passionate as I possibly can, because I want my students to learn stuff. And every time I get my end of course critiques, it's always like Sergeant Long is incredibly knowledgeable. He uses real world experience. He sprinkles in history. Like, it's always positives about the way I teach. And the POI, whatever, they're mad about that shit. But yeah, if Army had a nuke on a Jeep, how hard would it be to take the 16-inch guns nuclear? It's not impossible to make the 16-inch guns nuclear. It's more of a necessity. I mean, we had nuclear artillery, so it's not that hard. Actually, they built the round faster than they built the gun to fire it. I don't know if you guys know that about Atomic Annie. Like, when they're like, we should make a nuclear artillery, and it, like, I swear to God, I'm just going from memory here. It was like less than a year they had the round, and it took them like 2 more years to make the gun to fire it. They're like, hey, here's this nuclear round, and everyone's like, fuck, how do we shoot it? Who touched the boats? No one better touch our boats. Flying Heritage and Combat Armor Museum and Peugeot Sound Navy Museum. There's a sound museum? Oh, it's probably for like sonar and shit. I wonder, and maybe I need to ask some submariners that. So when I detect something with my radar, I get a lot of information. I get a lot. Okay, I can't say everything that I get, but I get a lot of information about that track. I gotta say track instead of target because the Air Force gets mad when you refer to their planes as targets. Does modern sonar give you more information other than there's something there, it's this far away? Like, shit, I can't ask if it tells me more without inadvertently giving away the things that my radar can tell me. Fuck, that's a tough one. I need to ask a sonar tech. Fuck, now I need to go find a sonar guy. You know, you have a buddy in the industry who could probably make an AR lever action thing. Well, I did tell Brandon that when I get out, one of my gifts to myself, and we can record, and we're going to record it. So I like working with my hands. I've always been a handy person. I've always just, I do stuff, right? I've been turning wrenches since I could walk. I've built engines. I've put on lift kits. I mean, there's a few things I won't do again, like struts. I don't have a fucking strut compressor. I've used ratchet straps and prayers to do it. I don't like doing that. Anyways, and now I've built computers. I learned how to build a computer. I've never built a gun. I assume it's not that difficult, but I've just never done it. So I was like, hey, Brandon, can you guys, when I'm out, can you teach me how to build a gun? Like, I'll buy all the parts and everything. I just want to learn how to do it. So that's one of my things. Excited for the next episode with the Kid 2.0 HLC. I got to figure out how to make the Kid more. I don't know. When will waifu pillows become standard issue? Bro, that's one of the things that I mentioned in the Kinda Consensual episode with Rich, is we were unsure that when okay, let me first set the stage. When it came to us doing the episode on Unsub where Rich kind of laid it all out, he blew the whistle. None of us knew what was about to happen. He was just like, hey guys, I got something that I really need to let you guys know and the world know, and I want to do it here. He's like, if you don't want to post it after I say it, I totally understand. He's like, if you guys, if you want to make it its own episode, cool. If you want to just put it at the tail end, if you want to make it a Pepperbox exclusive, he's like, I just want the information out there. I got to get it off my chest. So we're like, cool. He got it out there. And it's been spreading like wildfire. Asmund Gold got a hold of it. Okay. And like 70,000 people saw that shit live. And I think it's been viewed over 1 million times. Like, the dude just crushed it. And I was telling Rich in the Kinda Consensual episode, I was like, it's the weirdest, like, we weren't sure how far this was going to spread and how many people came together, which God bless all you people, and I was like, it's like the weirdest Venn diagram you've ever seen. It's like unsub people, historians, weebs, nerds, military fucking historians. Like, it was just this whole Venn diagram of people. And in the middle, it was Buffalo Public Schools, or just hatred for Buffalo Public Schools. I'm like, yeah, that's the easiest way to explain it. And so he made the joke that, it was like the Captain Planet of autism. And I love that joke, by the way. Do I know about the B-2 in Yugoslav back in the day? No, we've never lost a B-2, have we? I never, everyone talks about the F-117, but I'm not too familiar. If it was detected, detecting and hitting something are two very, very different things, but I'm curious, Minnie, have you heard about the F-55 and F-22 Super? I've heard, through text messages because when the news came out, I was still at work. I haven't looked into it yet. More planes equal more better, so full send. Mo better. Danny Davis, thank you so much. Do you know jet fuel melts steel beams? Well, it does in New York, apparently. When Kid gets his kill so he can go Super Saiyan. I hope that the Kid does get an air-to-air kill just so I can make the joke. Get Brandon's AK first in the AR. You want me to get the AK-50? Nuclear railgun. I believe that we either did do that or will do that. I made up the Museum of Prostitution. Damn it. Don't Google prostitution near me. You know, that's watching out, Green Bean. I appreciate it, man. What's the kid's favorite drink?
Probably a Shirley Temple. Not allowed to drink any kind of alcohol nowadays.
Hold on. Go talk to Subbrief on the Sonar questions. Yes, I am friends with Subbrief on Twitter, and I've watched some of his videos. I've watched like one of his videos. I don't have a lot of time to consume content. I really want to, but like it's funny when we do even kind of consensual. Like a lot of us don't even know the videos that we've put out recently, and like I'll say something, and Nick will be like, "Yeah, I did a video on that recently." I'm like, "I have no idea. I didn't watch it, man." And then I'll talk about like, "Oh yeah, I talked about this recently," and they're like, "Yeah, I didn't see that." So yeah, you should look up the Flyaway Deep Ocean Salvage Team. I've never heard, like, I assume they had some kind of salvage team that would get like the jets out of there, because I mean, I'm sure the jet probably had secret systems on board. I doubt it was loaded. Well, if it was about to take off, it might have been loaded with ComSec. Get your start at gunsmithing at SDI. So my old first sergeant actually had a degree in gunsmithing from SDI, and he's like, for your final, and by the way, for any of my vets out there, the GI Bill will in fact pay for your SDI, which is Sonoran Desert Institute. Not advertising. I have advertised for them before, but this is not an advertisement. But my first sergeant was like, you want to buy my AR-10? At the time, I didn't have the money, but I was like, oh, what is it? And he's like, it's an off-brand. It was my final. Apparently, for your final in gunsmithing, they like, hey, pick one of these guns, and it's like a 1911, an AR-10, an AR-15, or something else, and they just send you the parts, and you send them like pictures of your build after it's done, and that's your final. Please do more videos with Australia guest starring. I will do that. Be a real man and use zip ties? Bro, you got some big balls to do that. Night Slugger, that's one of the best movies ever. Fucking down Periscope. Excuse me, sir. I don't hear everything, and I'm quite trustworthy, too. Like, oh, man, so good. Peugeot Sound is a body of water in Washington State. I don't know these things, man. Alex, I don't see. This is the thing. When people like, it's funny when people think that just because you know stuff about air defense, like you know everything about everything. And I don't. Some people hit me up like, what do you think about this tactic that Russian fucking ground forces are using? I'm like, is there missiles involved? Like, that's my neck of the woods, man. That's what I do. Having super chat difficulties on my other account. Which country, enemy or ally, has soldiers that scare you? Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so first off, scaring me is kind of arbitrary because I'm an air defender, so the chances of me going toe-to-toe with the enemy is very, very low. But I would probably say Gurkhas, which technically Nepalese, but the Brits have them and the Indian Navy or Indian Army has them. So I would say Gurkhas scare me. I mean, special operations in general for a lot of our allies are genuinely pretty good. Like the British SBS and SAS, both really, really good special operations. The Filipino Special Forces, apparently really good. I've never worked with them personally. I've never worked with SBS, SAS, or I met a Gurkha once. They were doing their own mission nearby us. Training. I mean, Spetsnaz is still fucking spooky. Like, anyone who trains at something more than you has the ability to beat you, I guess is what I'm saying. But like, a lot of it comes down to the element of surprise is a big one. Like, you can be as tough as you want to be or as well trained. If I have the element of surprise over you, your training means nothing. And vice versa. So I guess that would be the other. Yeah. You like your 4.58 SOCOM? I mean, I wouldn't mind an AR-10, maybe. The U.S. Navy made 16-inch nuclear. They did make nuclear shells for the Iowa. See, I didn't know that. Midway is a carrier and museum ship. Also has a museum submarine sailing ship on one. No shit. So I do want to start checking out some naval vessels. Probably top of my list is the Mighty Mo. I actually have a coin back there from somebody who I think he worked on or still works on the USS Missouri. But before I go all the way out there and do a habitually fat on the Missouri, I want to line everything up. I want to do the Pearl Harbor Museum. I want to do the Arizona. I want to do the Mighty Mo and anything else out there I can get my hands on. And before Francis Robot Army of 2040, dude, I saw that and I was like, man, they must be having worse recruiting goals or recruiting crisis than we are. Oh my God, it's Protocol 4 time. No one said it. I actually caught it this time. All right, I'm gonna touch the bag. You see him? You see him in the camera? Oh, yep, he heard it. Oh, he's kind of limping. He must have fell asleep. This is the thing, Knox. You're a big boy. If you go to a big bed, you don't have to like squeeze your little body into a small bed. I'm gonna put the small bed into y'all's view a little bit better. Come on, move it out. Here, you can go to that bed. Go to that bed. Go to the big one. Come on, come on. Go to your big bed. All right, down. Down. Good boy. That's my good boy. All right, here we go. What do I think about anti-tank missile fired from fighter jets with the tungsten alloy drill head? So, cool, but not necessary. So, anti-tank missiles, would you go lay down? I thought I told you to lay down. Oh gosh. But anyways, so what you're ultimately describing there is kind of a sabot shape charge, I guess. So, all right. So a sabot, when people who are unfamiliar with tank rounds, when they hear sabot or see sabot, they think of like from fucking Transformers 2, that it's a really hot round. No. A sabot round for an Abrams is a 25-pound depleted uranium dart that travels at roughly 6,280 feet per second with the kinetic energy of a freight train coming off of a 70-story building. It just punches a hole. That's all it does. A hole about this big. That's about how big the hole is. But it takes everything in that tank that's not strapped down, like people, and sends them out through the hole on the other side, like the world's worst Play-Doh set. Unless, of course, you hit like fuel or ammo, and then of course it'll cook off, and there's all sorts of different things. It would hurt less. He went back into the tiny bed. God damn it. But the way you're talking about it is as it would drill in, it would explode, which I mean, wouldn't be necessary for a missile, because part of a missile's use is the speed at which it's going. It has that kinetic like thump to it. But like if you had like a hand charge that you could literally, I mean, I don't know how dangerous it would be for a modern tank, but like run over and just like stick it on the side, and that's what it does. It like drills and then kaboom. It might work. Please do the E4, E6. Oh, the intruder? Wait, no. The Prowler? Is the Prowler the one I'm thinking of? Oh my god. Okay. All right. USS Midway in sunny San Diego. Ugh. I don't want to go to California. Okay, I do want to go to California, but I want to see the Redwood Forest. That's what I want to see. US Ranger versus Aussie SAS. Well, different jobs. I'm not like talking shit or anything like that, but Rangers are like, so SAS is more of a reconnaissance and small like kill team type thing. Rangers are like a fucking build your own war workshop. Like there's just a difference in job. You send Rangers when it's a high threat, high probability of casualties, and you need a higher level of training in order to hit strategic targets at the right times. Like oh God, the Rangers are going to get pissed when I say this. Rangers are like diet special operations. Like they still have to do all the regular army shit, but they're considered special operations. So they're more specialized. SAS is more comparable to like Green Berets or SEALs, pararescue, something along those lines. That's a little bit easier to compare. And I would say that Special Forces in the United States is better trained than the British or than the Aussie SAS. And here's why. Training budget. While the Aussie SAS is better than most countries, it is not really at the level that US is. But that's, I don't know. It really depends on the individual too. The Mark 23 16-inch nuclear projectile for use on Iowa-class battleships, 15 to 20 kiloton. That's big. They produce 50 of them. Well, now I learned something. The battleship Texas, I do want to see Texas and the New Jersey. It was a twin-engine F-35. The F-55 was. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up, guys. You're killing me. Okay. What do I think of South Korea KF-21? Have I looked into that? I'm sorry, my brain is just K2 Panther or K9. Like that's all I'm thinking of. But hang on, it's that plane, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I think it has. I mean, I don't know enough about it. It does look like a smaller F-22, and I'd like to know what that brings to the party, but there's a pornography museum in Massachusetts. That's actually really cool. I don't even know if we can put that on Pepperbox. I mean, maybe. John P., what is up, my dude? Thank you so much. Is it possible civilians to play hop in the back of a fighter jet and get flown around, or is that not a thing? Fighter jet, no. Training jet, like a T-38, yeah, you just gotta know a pilot, I guess. In Okinawa during a dog and pony show, one of the news cameras. That's funny. That's funny. The small gunner tracked the battalion commander's vehicle. I got shit all over my shirt. What? 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 Nick? Are you talking shit about my brown shirt? I literally all day I've been waiting for the fat electrician to text me so I can try and get these damn museums locked in, and he shows up just to talk shit to me. He said I got shit all over my shirt right now. It's probably because I'm wearing a brown t-shirt, but this is an undershirt. People wanted an undershirt. Sorry. I got sidetracked. The CB Museum? I didn't even know there was a CB Museum. Boop. Oh, you son of a bitch. Nick, will you please text me back so we can get these goddamn museums lined up? I haven't told anyone what the museums are. I don't plan on telling them what they are, but god damn it, will you fucking text me back? Fuck, Nick. Oh, man. If you ever start doing lives, Nick, I swear to Christ, I'm going to show up and I'm going to boop you as many times as I can. Oh, man. I got a $10 boop from the fat electrician. God damn it, Nick. How did you know? How did you know that I was live streaming? Because earlier I was like, man, I really wish he would text me back. And all of a sudden I get some shit talked to me. God damn it. I need to consider the kids should be upset about getting super upgrades. Put me in the hangar for 30 odd years and then tell me I need a little blue pill for That's actually pretty funny. We're going to fight. We are going to fight. Where's he at? Is he still in here talking shit? Or did he just boot me one time and dip out? That's fair. Do I think about UAP? What do I think about UAPs? Real or human? I absolutely think they're real. 100%. I'm going to quote Neil deGrasse Tyson here. He doesn't get a lot of things right. Okay, he does get some things right, but a lot of his takes are very absolutist. But one of the things he said is saying that aliens don't exist is like, after what we've observed in the known universe, is like taking a cup of water out of the ocean and saying whales don't exist. Like, we have seen so little of the universe. So, I don't know. He booped and ran. Yeah, bro, he bailed out on me. I got a boop from the fat electrician and then he dipped. Okay, there we go. I finally got an answer. Mrs. Linecrosser, if you're watching, I have a day. I will text you right now. Oh my gosh. There we go. I just texted Mrs. Linecrosser. She has the dates. Now she's calling me. You know what? I'm going to put you on speaker. You're on speaker live.
Oh, well, hold on then.
Hold on, what?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. I'll do it.
Okay, you got the
I'll send
day?
an email. Yep.
Okay, are you happy? You want to say hi to everybody? Hello?
No, I want to write an email. I've been stressing about it since Wednesday.
I know you've been stressing out about it since Wednesday. I'm gonna let Nick know that, like, he stressed out my wife, and it has taken an emotional toll on me.
No. Like I said, you like to go fishing. It's like fishing. I have one, but nobody's letting me reel it in. Let me book the museum.
Okay. All right, dear. Thank you so much.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. All right. We finally. She has been chomping at the bit about, like, I need to know the days. I need to know the date. And I'm like, I've texted him, but he's a busy guy. And yeah, I'm gonna text Nick right now. Okay. We kind of follow all of you. That's fair. Am I still in the Army? Yes, right now I'm still in the Army. Hopefully I might be getting my, like, out of the Army orders next week. Fingers crossed. Streams every Friday, also HSC. How'd you know? You know, look, I don't know everything about everything. Missiles make sense. People are far more confusing. Oh man, only 10, cheap electrician. Oh, he's not. He never lets me buy anything when we're together. But I also, never let him sleep alone when we're together. He's a very good big spoon. I'm gonna find out he's still in here. He's gonna be like, "You're fucking gay, bro." Double boop. Great. Thanks, Si. Holy shit. I just realized who that is. That is a mountain of a man. Ladies and gentlemen, Size Matters is a mountain of a man. Not just physically, but also one of the most genuine humans you'll ever meet. What is up, Jay Wolf? How you doing, buddy? You see any updates on Afghan's TPS? So, I don't know. I will tell you. I'm still reading through, guys.
Would you intercept me?
Alan, thank you so much.
If aliens were to invade, it would be more like the Tomorrow War or the Resistance Fall of Man Games Chimera War, nothing like Battle Los Angeles. We wouldn't stand a chance.
I disagree. And here's why I disagree. And then I'll get to William. We'll get to you in 1 second. I disagree because I think part of the reason, this is just a theory, that extraterrestrial life has not chosen to like really interact or speak with us is because, God, I'm trying to make this not sound racist. At least with Homo sapiens, in areas that are more educated, usually you have less conflict and violence. In areas that are less educated, you have more conflict and violence. Humans are incredibly violent creatures. I feel like that if there's some, alien group out there, they've probably learned to at least put aside their differences and ours to like work together. Oh my gosh. Mrs. Linecrosser is requesting more information. Okay, Mrs. Linecrosser, yes. He literally said, just give me the dates and I'll make it work. So get us the dates. Okay, now when it comes to oh my God. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. I'm kind of torn on the Afghan thing. We let a lot of people into this country who never helped the United States in any way. And I'm not being an asshole, okay? I'm actually being as equal as I possibly can because there are good people who got jumped by people who just got shoved into aircraft. We didn't know who we were bringing to the United States. And how do I know this? I worked on Operation Afghan Welcome. Now, when it comes to people who did help the United States and have verified that they did have a service to the United States, absolutely they should not be fucking sent anywhere. They risked their lives trying to help us. We should honor that 100%. As for the ones that didn't, you jumped the line. You saw an opportunity to come to the United States and you took it. It's not my place to judge. Not to get too spicy, but people think we're alone in the universe are more arrogant than the peak of hubris than religious people who assert categorically that only their God is real. That's fair. That's Animarchy. Animarchy, that's the thing. I really like you, Animarchy, because I think that it's good for people like me and you to get to know each other and talk because we have differences on fundamental issues. Same thing with me and Brandon Herrera. We have differences on fundamental issues, but we can still be friends and cool with each other, which I think is great. And I think the world needs more of that. So I'm glad you're here, Animarchy. How you doing, buddy? Sorry, I was way behind. Ranger when you want something gone. That's fair. Rangers when you need it gone or pregnant. Well, Marine's pregnant. Just join. What's my thoughts on 86 situation? What is the 86 situation? I'm unfamiliar. Knox is a cat. Yes, he is. Why do I have the hiccups all of a sudden? Mrs. HLC is the best AWACS since I served on AWACS. Check your XDMs for a great roast of the Unsub Boys by Grok. Cheers, brother. Thank you so much, Captain Rec. Thank you for being here, my dude. I'm trying to get caught up here. Do you want to do the 20 benefits pension and such handy when you're older? No, I totally agree with you, Kilo. I'm getting med boarded, man. I have 100%. I'll let you guys know. I have 37 conditions that they confirmed. Both my knees, both my hips, one of which they tried to work on, my back. Swallowing issues, I know that's going to be made into a joke. Complex sleep apnea, asymmetric hearing loss, post-traumatic stress disorder, elbow issues. Like I'm fucking beat. How big is Size Guy? So he is Miss Jessica. How you doing? Good to see you. He is 7'1". J Wolf, you're 7'1", I think. 7 or 7'1". He's fucking huge, but he's one of the nicest humans you'd ever meet in your life. I thought if you licked it, it's yours. I didn't lick anything in Afghanistan. I am not going to touch that one at all. What is up, everybody? I'm good. I'm good, Jay Wolf. I'm tired, man. It's been a week. It was enough of a week that I kind of got into an assertive conversation with my leadership. because I was there mentally. I was like, I'm fucking done. Like, meet me in your office. We're going to have a talk. Yeah. People are still waiting on HLC and weapons video. Look, weapons, every time I like associate with weapons, he gets all giddy. He's like, oh my God, it's HLC. Oh my God. He does that. He'll deny it left and right. He'll deny it all the time, but Weapons does that every time I speak to him. Sometimes I'll be in a chat and then Weapons will jump in and he's like, how are you, HLC? And I'm like, what's up? What's up, Weapons? How you doing, buddy? He's just weird. I'm waiting for Weapons to respond to that. It's going to be so good. I'm a Pasadistist? What? Dude, that's a word I'm not familiar with, Adamarki. You know I didn't go to college. I went to the army. I got lost on the way there, man. Dude with a funny hat started yelling at me. I'm here 16 years later. I just want to go home. I feel like Whiter Nick is... the Whiter is... The what? Is just Nick undercover? What? Oh, man. You guys should look into the Cradle of Aviation here on Long Island. For habitually fat, got everything from the dawn of flight to modern stuff. Grumman built the landers. So there's a few different places I want to look at. Like, I want to reach out to, so I went to it once before. Huntsville, Alabama has a really, really good space museum. They actually have 2 Saturn V rockets there. One of them standing up outside, one of them's on its side inside. It's really, really fucking cool. I would like to do that one. There's more than a few places I want to go check out. Maybe even the Spam Museum. That's a real thing. I've been there when I was a kid. Spam has a history. They just drop a bioengineered plague on us rather than fight us, then come and wipe out whatever's left. That's actually, Alan. Yeah, but humans are stubborn creatures. We're very, very stubborn creatures. Like, you might wipe out a large number of us, but we're going to figure out a way to, like, continue, even if in, like, remote areas. I don't know. Humans are stubborn creatures. I never underestimate, like, humans' ability to survive. I'm going to fight you now. Let's fucking dance. But we're doing it naked, and the winner is having sex with the loser. You want to chance that, huh, buckaroo? I'm sorry. Huntsville Space Museum also has V2 under a tarp. It does? I didn't know it had one under a tarp. It's been years since I've been there. Spam Museum? Yeah, bro, there's a Spam Museum. I went there when I was a kid. Dude, Franklin, focus this chat. He's trying. He's over there clickety-clacking away. He's definitely from the army, yeah. We will screw out back to fighting numbers. Too damn stupid and too stubborn to... we humans are incredibly stubborn. What are the dimensions of the Sidewinder missile? Oh, fuck. I want to say, oh man, Weapons is going to call me out if I get this wrong because he's actually loaded them. I want to say it's 5 feet long, maybe in some change. It's about 3 inches in diameter, not counting the fins and canards. I don't know if they're called canards on a missile at the front. I know they are on a plane. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, I think that's about it. What do I think about the new Air Force One? I think that there's a lot of reasons. 9 feet long, 5 inch in diameter, fins are 11 inches. Damn. See? Weapons goes, no. Look, man, I've never held one. Bringing out the big guns. Gay chicken. Yep. Terran is alien for Florida, man. Yes, I did see. It was in one of my videos about Franklin. Well, it wasn't Franklin. It was Franklin's cousin. Franklin's gone, straight edge. Weapons straight, no. Well, it's because Weapons doesn't know. He's Googling it right now. I just did all that from memory. And I mean, realistically, so if Hagop is right, 9 feet, that might as well be 5 feet. Okay, that's fair. 5 inches in diameter, probably a realistic 3 inches. We know engineers, they like to exaggerate. And the fins are 11 inches. Well, I didn't give you a fin length, so that one might be accurate. Yeah. Bribe Force 1. So that's the thing. There are people justifying it and then other people against it. But what I think in general it implies is, and many countries already know this, if you pat America's pocket, we're a lot nicer to you. And I hate that that's the precedence. I really, really hate that. And that's not a new thing. When everyone's like, oh, that means you're just anti-Trump. No, that's not a new thing. President Biden did that for deals. President fucking Obama did that shit. President Bush did that shit with pharmaceutical companies. That's the one that I know, like, right in the front of my brain. Pharmaceutical companies. Like, it's... I wish it was a new thing. I really wish it was something different, but it's yeah. Yeah, what do I think of Australia's loyal wingman drones? Honestly, I would be terrified if I was a pilot and I had loyal wingman drones. I would really be terrified because I've seen Teslas decide, we're going to go this way now. In a car, it's like, oh, let me grab that and put that back. But if you're in a plane and your wingman decides to do that, there goes a $60 million plane. AIM-9 has the diameter of 5 inches. They were originally adapted from 5-inch HVARs or some shit. See, I knew that. I ain't holding it by myself. I could hold it. I could hold it. You ask your sister about the ESWS study guide. You can learn more about Aegis and the weapon system. I don't know if she can even get her hands on it. Like right now, she's still kind of on. Well, right now, the second she's on leave, but she's got to go through another surgery and be back in a wheelchair. They tell you 12 and it's 4. See, exactly. Kristen gets it. Kristen understands. Sometimes, and this is something new that I learned from the internet, and it's wonderful to do. I don't know if you know this. So I'm 6'1" and some change, almost 6'2". Okay. And now I want to try this because guys, women have made men so self-conscious about their height. So self-conscious. And as a guy who's over 6 feet, I didn't know this, but apparently if you're, around some guys who are trying to impress some girls and they ask your height and you're over 6 feet and you say 5'11" and you're taller than the other guys that you're with, it makes them look even shorter and they get really upset about it. And I'm a fucking terrible human for loving that idea. So I really want to do that. This guy could talk to me like I could teach him. You do weapons. You forcefully teach me. You send me messages all the time. He's like, check this out. You should do this. How about this? No, it's okay. I actually enjoy it. Weapons is good people. Also, do not fuck with Mama Long. Yes. I'm upgrading my flagpole this weekend. That's gangster, bro. Can Unsubscribe come to Michigan for a live show? Oh, you're in the UP? No shit. I don't know when they're going to do their next live show. I know that the Northern Midwest is definitely on their list. I don't know if the UP is going to be on it. But I'm trying to get them to do like Ohio or Wisconsin. So it might be a shorter trip for you. I don't know. I'm 6'3", 5'11" from now on. Yes. I'll take the sun. At least I can pass out and go to Medbay. I'm 5'13", used to be 5'14". I'm self-conscious about being too tall. That's fair. But Jay Wolf, you can't get away with it. Like they know you're full of shit. If I say I'm 5'11" and I'm 6'2", that's believable. But Jay Wolf, if you're like, I'm 5'9", they're going to look at you and be like, who the fuck you lying to? Like that's exactly what's going to happen. I don't know if you guys want to see Jay Wolf. There's a video. I made a short. I think I posted it here and Instagram and a couple other places. This was probably a couple months ago, where you see me just kind of like trot up to someone and go uppies. That's Jay Wolf. Jay Wolf is a mountain of a human. He's a fucking awesome guy. And he will fit into a Nissan. I think it was in an Altima or Versa. Barely. He sits in there like this. But I had to give him a ride back to his truck. But Jay Wolf is a great human, man. You're 6'6", pretty cool overall. That's fair. I sometimes I wish I was taller, but then I realize like, kind of like where I'm at. I'm good. But this is the thing. According to the Army height and weight scale, I'm supposed to be 7'3". So I'm not overweight. I'm too short. And I think that's really the problem. I'm 6'8", gonna try it. Seriously? Bro, I haven't seen Broken Arrow in years. That's an old one. That is, bro, I haven't seen that since I was a kid. My husband, 6'2", severely pisses off other guys we're at the restaurant with, waiting for a table. You're with this redwood tree looking mother. That's funny. I will always befriend people who are at their core good human beings because our goal is the same. A better life for everyone. You are one such person, so is TFE, though Nick and I would argue a lot. No, you're good people, man. Animarchy, you're one of the good ones. Hold on. Mrs. Linecrosser's geeking out. But that's the thing, and I think that not just Americans, but like, I mean, you're Australian, you know, we're human. I have my opinions that I feel very strongly about. You have your opinions that you feel very strongly about, but we can converse about those things without hating one another. And I think that's really important, and the world needs to get back to that. Is that, like, guess what? I can disagree with your opinion and not hate you. There are some people that I literally can't because they're that fucking stupid. Who's that fucking idiot on Twitter who's like just a Russian fanboy? I know it really narrows it down. Oh man, who's that idiot? I'm 6'4" when I see HLC and pull this. That's funny. Ever go to Baltimore? No, I've been to Philly. Sorry, I had to think about where I was on the East Coast. 5'11" with your Hoka shoes. Dude, the Hokas apparently are gangster. I've never owned any. Can I do more skits with military tanks with Grandpa Buff? Yes, I do want to add in more tanks. I got to create the characters. And I have to have a need for the characters. I just haven't. And right now, I've kind of stuck to my core characters because I just don't have the time to make the new character and really come up with the dialogue. So, like, but it is on my list. Once I get out and I have a lot more time to create, I plan on going more in depth. Mr. Stabby, I like that name. Between 5'10" and 6'4", depending on the gas station you're leaving. You know, HLC Buff had canards.
You take that back.
There we go. I know an idiot, my ex-husband. Yo, there's a lot of idiots out there. You know, this is the thing. I have my own personal opinions about my ex-wife, but like, it's crazy. I'm so happy. Like, this is the thing, to put it in perspective. I'm literally so happy in my life right now that she doesn't exist to me. I have no idea what she's doing. I have no clue where she lives. I know nothing about the woman, and it's so wonderful. I hold no ill will. But like, if she walked up to me and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'd be like, "I have no idea who you are," and I'd just keep on moving. I have no interest in ever, like, they don't exist to me. You're in Huntsville. I grew up in, no, I'm in Oklahoma, but I've been to Huntsville. 30ish from Huntsville. Went to the Pink Panther once. Is the Pink Panther a gentleman's club? 100 HLCs versus one gorilla. The gorilla, man. I'm obviously a bitch. God, I'm an air defender. You know I'm not like a real fighter, right? Like I simulate fighting. I just go, well, it's 3 buttons you got to hit: engage, alert, acknowledge, engage, and that's how you shoot. But it's not buttons. They're technically switch indicators. They get pushed like a button, although now it's a touch screen for the modern man stations. But I guess that whole overlay's gone because now they have the fuck. I don't know. It's stuff. My best friends are veterans. The Americans are libertarian. Texas are progressives. The key rule is no bigoted assholes. That's fair. That's fair. Oh my God, Mrs. Linecrosser. I've told that story before, Mrs. Linecrosser, but I'll tell it again. So we want to carry cards, me and her, and if we ever run into someone we don't know, or like we don't really care to ever speak to again, we're just going to hand them the card that, like, "I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. You must have known me from before my accident. Please don't bring it up. It's very painful." And just walk away. Yep. Gonna get those made. You know I'm an air defender, right? I mean, this is the thing. I don't like flexing on people. I do a little bit, but sometimes they walk right into it. Like there was a dude, someone posted a video of a Su, I think it was a Su-30 doing like flips and twists and stuff. And I mean, it was cool. It was cool maneuvers, but the caption was like, NATO isn't ready for this or something stupid like that. And my response was the radar guided missile watching you bleed off all your airspeed. And then the quote was, look at this fucking retard. And like, that was the joke. And like, go through my comments, most people are like, yeah, that's funny as hell. Like he bled off all his airspeed and he increased his radar cross section, which is really what you do against like a heat seeker. You might be able to do something like an AIM-9. At least I think all AIM-9s are heat seekers, but like an AMRAAM, that's not going to help you like at all. Chaff maybe, but that's even only going to work for a short period of time. And some guys like, you're like that guy who watches someone do a kickflip and you're like, is that all you can do? And you can't even do a kickflip. And I responded to him. I was like, true. I cannot do a kickflip, but I can in fact shoot this plane down. Very like those are rare occurrences, but I was like, okay, I'm going to hurt your feelings now. With Brandon rebuilding his gun wall, can we ask him to put up tremors? Oh. That's actually a good idea. Tremors is one of the greatest movies in American history. Tremors 1, phenomenal. Tremors 2, equally as good, if not better. Tremors 3 and everything after, awful. Even though like the classic Tremors wasn't good. But Burt Gummer, everyone's like, I'm going to be like Chuck Norris. Burt Gummer punks Chuck Norris, in my opinion. I genuinely believe that. Like, you want to be Chuck Norris? I want to be Burt Gummer. Burt Gummer is an American fucking hero. Mrs. Line Crosser. What are you saying now? Oh no. Okay, so I have to clarify. I'm so sorry. Those cards for like, you must have known me from before my accident are only for like people I like an ex or someone who I know but I have no interest in ever speaking to. Bro, if you guys see me, come up and say hi. I was at the gas station the other day and this guy was like, hey, this might be weird, but are you? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm habitual line crosser. What's up, man? Good to meet you. I asked him about him. He's about to PCS. He just got here. He used to watch my videos in Korea. He was there with his wife, took a picture with me. Like, I am always down. I did have to cut it short though, because I was on my way to a luncheon with Command Sergeant Major Macri. So I was like, we were talking and I was like, hey man, I don't mean to cut this short, but I have to go. I was like, it's great to meet you. Such a cool dude. And I went and grabbed what I needed and I took off. But yeah, no, dude, absolutely. E4 is the Doomsday plane. Oh! Isn't that here in Oklahoma? I've seen it. Isn't this where it like parks at? It's Tinker Air Force Base? Burt Gummer, yeah. Back to perfection my ass. Yeah, no, that was awful. Wait, there's more than one Tremors? Yes! 1 and 2 are the only ones you need to see because the one-liners in Tremors 2, phenomenal. Oh, there's some of Burt Gummer's best work. I mean, I'm telling you, like, just, they're so good. So, like, all right, spoiler alert here for Tremors 2. So, Tremors 2, they learn to walk. They're no longer under the ground, and now they track heat instead of sound. So, Burt is driving a fucking deuce and a half, and they attack his deuce and a half. And, like, everyone's back at the compound, like, shit's gone bad, and they're like, it's Burt, they didn't get him. And you see his deuce and a half rolling up, and it's fucking destroyed. And he's like, I think they did get him. And Burt, he's like covered in fucking blood and everything. Like, he's all fucked up. And he's like, takes off his sunglasses, puts them in his pocket, and he's like, I feel I was denied valuable, need to know information. And then like explains the whole thing. Explains like everything had happened. He's like, there must have been a couple of dozen of them. And he goes, I took out the first wave with semi-auto fire, but they just kept coming. He goes, like, I finished off the last of them with a combination of small arms fire and hand-to-hand techniques. And then he draws 2 pistols and he's like, I am completely out of ammo. It's never happened to me before. Like, the one-liners in that movie are so fucking good. It's oh my God. It is one of like, Tremors 2 is arguably better than the first one. Like, it's so good. Oh my God. Bert is, he's a national treasure. Yes, Bert is a fucking national treasure, dude. Oh my God. That's your ringtone is oh man. 4 pounds of C4. Yes, that's another one-liner. He's like, he has like a little mini tank RC because that's how they're hunting him is they use an RC truck with explosives. They drive it around, the graboid grabs it, takes it down, they set it off. And they're using like a little RC like pickup truck and Bert has a tank just strapped with C4 and it's so nonchalant. Like it's so, oh my God, I can't even explain it. Cause like, he has taken the bait and he takes off his hat and puts on a helmet real quick, just like, and he sets it off and it just kaboom. It's one of the biggest blasts. And he's like, note to self, 4 pounds of C4, a little excessive. That movie is so good. I don't think it intends to be that funny, but it is so fucking good. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Yes, you need to see the second Tremors. Oh, sorry, I got way off topic there. Dude, oh man, I love Tremors. Australia has drone submarines, right? I did not know that. I know the U.S. just put out a contract for ours, but yeah. I didn't like Tremors 4. I mean, it's set in the Old West? Yes. I didn't like that. I mean, the punt gun thing, like they had like Burt Gummer's like ancestors and shit. I don't know. It felt like they... Honestly, if they made a video of just Burt Gummer and his friends going and hunting down graboids with different techniques, I would watch that whole movie. Which is pretty much what Tremors 2 is. If there's water in the river, you could watch eagles while eating lunch at Cody Park in North Platte. No shit. That's actually really cool. He's the only reason to watch those movies. Yeah. Burt Gummer is a fucking national treasure, man. Like, God. You know what? Now I'm gonna go start making Burt Gummer memes, and that's what's going on my Twitter. Was the TV show any good? I didn't even know they made a TV show. Serve a Canadian Tinker AWACS debt from 1317. Captain Wrecked, if you end up this way, man, like my schedule's insane, but if you catch me when I have time, because like, dude, I have people who are here and they're like, yeah, we should meet up sometime. And it takes like 6 months for me to find time to go see them, bro. Looked it up. A buff was actually built with canards. Rob, Daddy Rob is here.
Tremors sucked. Your thoughts on the gunslinger? Voice for the Hummer? How about Colonel Sherman T. Potter? Is it possible to cut 15% from the US military budget without fucking things up? Have a great weekend and give the doggy a treat.
Will do. I'll give Knox a treat. It's fucking toasty in here, guys. Like, Oh, you're limping? Sit. Speak. Speak. There we go. That's a good boy. Okay, first of all, Rob, Tremors did not suck. You watch your goddamn mouth, okay? Second of all, my thoughts on the Gunslinger. I think it's a cool name. I mean, it's a really cool naming convention. I think the AIM-174 is just, why not? I feel like what the U.S. is getting ready for, and it tactically, it makes sense. And that's what the AIM-174 is really good for, is missile trucks, okay? We have more stealth aircraft than everybody else in the world. Okay, we do. Like, by country, we have more than everybody else. Now, the F-35 is becoming a mobile, just sensor and computer network. So for the AIM-174, I feel like to combat enemy numbers of whatever, it would make sense to have a few F-35s kind of forward, firing munitions off of a large number of F-18s, 15s, and 16s that are in the back, outside of the range of the enemy jets. I feel like that's the way they're going with it, which would mean that their numbers or their capabilities are a lot less meaningful, but I'm just shooting in the dark here. What was your other thing that you said? Is it possible to cut 15% from the US military budget without fucking things up? Yes. Absolutely. Actually, it would probably make things work faster. You want to cut 15% from the US military budget? Get rid of GS civilians. I'll be totally honest with you. Aside from the ones that like soldiers need, like finance, supply, like the ones that are important, get rid of range control. Get rid of them. You could downsize them to one motherfucking dude and just make him work long hours. GS employees on military installations, their whole purpose in life is justifying their existence. There's two of them, a father and son, that are GS employees, and they run this program called Blackboard. It is the most woefully unreliable system in the United States military, but my students are required to use it. Why? So that they can get halfway through POI and it breaks down on them? Get rid of it. I'll teach them in class. Give me the slide decks. I got you. But yeah, that's probably where I would cut it all from, is GS civilians, because they just really complicate things. You're back. What's up, Sarah? Blah, blah. Words are hard. Couldn't drag more if it was a shoot. Oh my God. I didn't know they had canards. Ever. Sorry, I need to get caught up here. Just waiting, wanting to say your content is the best and has got me through hard times. P.S. I do love shitting on the British coming from a fellow teen crumpet person myself. Gammy, thank you so much for being here, and I do really appreciate those kind words. I like it wholeheartedly. New YouTube channel, maybe. Maybe. I fuck with Burt Gummer. I don't know if you're much of a gamer, but do you play the new Doom game? No, I'm right now I've been playing the Enshrouded update. I am a gamer. I just don't have a lot of time. The Enshrouded update, and then on the 20th, Roadcraft comes out. And I'm really excited for Roadcraft. I did not know the Sci-Fi Channel made a Tremors TV series. Good sir, have you been enjoying your commentary? And even Keel for the long time. Cheers, bro. Thank you so much, Mr. Robbers. Are you a robber? No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. I really, like, all of you guys, man, I'm so glad I just get to hang out with you guys on Friday. Like, even if there was no super chats, I'm trying to keep up with everything as much as I can, but I really just like hanging out with you guys, and that's part of the reason I do this. So if in case you guys didn't know, one of the things I noticed when I started becoming a creator is it's really hard to get a hold of creators. Now, this is done for one reason, and that's safety. So I wanted to like put my brain to it and go, okay, well, what's the best way that I can interact with people on a regular basis while still maintaining some level of safety for myself? Because 99% of the people in here, you guys are all fucking cool, right? Like you're all like just supportive. You like the videos, like you're all about it. There's that 1% that's like nefarious. So I was like, I think a live stream where I just talk to people is probably the best way. So you guys can like get a hold of me. You can get, in real time, and I can kind of check into what you're talking about, and I can, get you different avenues. Hey, reach me on here. Do this, like, so that way I can show you guys that your input matters. And that's one of the things that I really set out on doing. I don't do this live stream for any other reason than I like talking to you guys. I'm just like, hey, this is my way of interacting and showing a thank you for being so supportive. Also, Bart, you caught a live one. That was also funny. Also, the throwing the spicy box on the 2 1/2 Bert. Bro, yes. When he threw the bomb in there, and he's like, what did you do? He's like, I just threw a bomb in your truck. And he's like, you did what? And like they're running and everyone else gets down, and he's like, no, keep going. It's gonna be big. Like, oh, it's so good. God, that movie is so fucking good. F-35 with a fucking supercomputer. It really is. 100% Tremors 1 and 2, and that's it, period. The rest went in a very, dude, the rest of the Tremors were not good. Replace DARPA with Florida Man? I'm telling you, I feel like engineers are just educated rednecks. Like, don't take that the wrong way, but like, rednecks are the kings of, I'm going to figure this shit out. I'm going to figure out how this works. And I feel like engineers just put a little bit more science behind it. That would save 0.001% of the budget. That's fair. Blackboard, trauma memory. Yeah, dude, I hate Blackboard. We may need a need to get caught up shirt with the kids' kill count. I try, Terry. Please don't stream Roadcraft. No, I don't. Honestly, I thought about it, and Mrs. Linecrosser really brought up something to me. I will probably do some form of like maybe more streaming or a different style of videos or like expand a little bit, but I don't think I'll ever stream video games. And the reason I don't want to stream video games, and Mrs. Linecrosser, like I'm telling you, she is the best player on my team. She was like, look, there's only a couple things in this life you really do for yourself. Like you shut your brain off and you get to relax. Video games and fishing are it. Like that's all that I ever do for just me. And she's like, I think it would be hard on you if you took something you enjoy to decompress and turned it into a job. And I was like, you know what? That's absolutely fair. So like I'll play video games with other creators. If they want to stream it, that's fine, but I'm not going to be the entertainer on it. So that's the way that I look at it. You love me too. I love you guys. Ben Rich, Guy, took over Skunkworks. Yo, there's so much red tape around developing any system. So much red tape. It's insane. But we've, like in the air defense branch, there's good news and bad news with that. The red tape makes sure that soldiers aren't getting hurt on the equipment. The downside is by the time a system is developed, it's outdated. So we've kind of shifted our focus and started making better decisions about that, and I hope it works out just right. Did a checkered flag. No, I'm not familiar that the Air Force in Florida just did a checkered flag. Man, there's so many different flag exercises. I've been part of virtual flag. I've been part of red flag. Never a white flag. Guess I've just never trained with the French. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Technically speaking, that's historically inaccurate. Yeah. The French have really only like fully surrendered like once, so that's fair. Honestly, you're one of my favorite creators. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate you being here, man. It's gonna be big. Your next video should make the kid react to Buff's canards. I kind of want to do that now. I want to look it up. I guess it was, so from what I gathered from the super chats is that it was kind of just a design like what if. So I might want to make Buff make the joke about it. You know what? I'm going to put it in my notes for a video. I don't know if I'll use it in the next video, but I'll use it. Because right now all I have for my next video is Palukistan. I just hope that I can find a picture of it. Still waiting on that brain surgery video. There's a brain surgery video? Oh my god. Brain surgery video. I don't know. Bro, I'm drawing such a blank. I'm so sorry, Psychotic Pickle. Is it gonna be today? Yeah. Ronnie, get down! And then kaboom. Rob, Daddy Rob.
Me? I'd intercept me.
What are your thoughts on turning an older aircraft carrier into a massive missile boat? Does the US Air Force work well with you guys on the P-missile system? Can we rebirth the Abrams, or is it long in the tooth and on its way out? Tremors sucked.
Okay, on your last point there, you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. That's bad. That's a bad take, and you should feel bad, Rob. Also, thank you. What are my thoughts on turning older aircraft carrier into a massive missile boat? I think so, and this is just me. I feel like that's putting all your eggs in one basket. I think that part of the, I think that it would be more tactically sound is if we put VLSs on maybe a small pack of them on a carrier, or like things that they're not normally on so that they can be used by the Aegis combat system. Because if you sink that one boat, there goes all those missiles. But if you have a few of them sprinkled in places that they aren't normally at, I'm good with it. Like, I know that the sub fleet, I saw an article about it. They're getting a potentially a new sub-launch cruise missile. Kind of excited about that. They've been using the Tomahawk for a long time. Yeah, we're going away from the Stinger. I found this out recently. The Stinger can literally not be improved any more than it already is. Like, the Stinger is at the end of its life. It's cheaper to just design a new missile. So I guess that's what the U.S. is doing. So does the Air Force work well with us? Yes, however, all the Air Force knows about us, like it takes some effort, okay? All the Air Force knows about us is that we shot down friendly aircraft previously. So make sure that they're identified as a friend, okay? So that makes them a little leery of us in general. They also have some assumptions about how good their aircraft are and how, well, I can get away if I do this, this, and this. The looks on those pilots' faces when you get them behind closed doors and explain to them that doesn't work like that. No, we can kill that. I can see through that. Your chaff means nothing. Flare, chaff, or Jesus, nothing can save you from me, okay? Like, I can get through all of it. But after we have those meetings with them and they understand our capabilities and what we bring to the fight, they're way more willing to work with us. It's just they're so scared to work with us because of what has happened in the past. Can we rebirth the Abrams? So, yes, however, I mean, the Abrams that you see today are SEP V3s, which are way newer. Like, back in Desert Storm, it was M1s, which isn't even M1A1. They didn't become an A1 until they switched from the 105 to the 120. I feel like the chassis is still usable, like everything else, and you could probably just keep updating the systems. Because when it comes to a modern tank battle, and this goes with American tanks, Russian tanks, British tanks. Now, the Challenger arguably has some better survivability. The US and the Challenger both have blowout panels. Apparently, the T-14 and the T-90 have blowout panels, but everything prior to that, the T-80s, do not. Well, they do. They're just located under the turret. And they blow the whole turret off. What it comes down to nowadays, often with the development of modern munitions, is who hits who first. So you can have, like, I mean, unless somebody in armor really goes all in and is able to, like, we can change all this stuff and make it more survivable, I don't really foresee it changing for a while. Is Blackboard an Army thing or is it new? Went through A school for my rate. So yeah, Blackboard is I mean, the Army paid for it. Lord knows how much the Army spent on it. It's an online, like, it's online college, and me as the instructor, I can really change anything I want to change. I put in discussion posts. I can grade my tests in there. Like, it's really, like, it is really useful for an instructor. Downside is, it's broken and down like every other day. I can stream Cookie Clicker. Look it up. Make a great April Fool's stream. I think I'm going to stream, by the way, if you guys ever want to screw with someone who's on Steam, it's $1 for the game, I think. Or maybe it's $2, but $1. And if I ever want to fuck with someone, I'm waiting on Zach, Veteran with a Sign, to approve my Steam request because I'm going to send it to him. It's called Shower with Your Dad Simulator. It's all just an old pixel game. It costs $1, but I love sending it to people to fuck with them. Because they get an email, they're like, oh, I got a new game. What did he send me? And it's Shower with Your Dad Simulator. Rob!
Did you intercept me?
Oh no, that's Metavo. Sorry, my bad.
A chance to donate. Great and love your vids. Still buff forever. Course you know the nickname what buff stood for, I hope.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys get a chance, Warrior Shaman, he's a friend of mine. He does like AI songs. Like, he writes the whole song and then has AI turn it into a song. He has some buff songs. If you go look here on YouTube under Warrior Shaman, like, you can just look up. I think one of them's called Buff's My Name, and that's a rock version. That's the one I really like. And it actually says what the acronym Buff stands for. I mean, I can say it as Big Ugly Fat Fucker. But yeah, that's what pilots often refer to it as. If engineers are educated rednecks, you'd never find the starter under the intake. You know, that checks out. That 100 fucking % checks out. But hold on. I've only seen the starter under the intake manifold on, like, Nissan Titans. It's on the back, right by the fucking firewall, underneath the intake manifold, and the easiest way to change it is to pull off the intake manifold, drop both engine mounts, take off the headers, and then put a jack with a wooden fucking plank underneath the oil pan or the crank or the fucking harmonic bouncer, and just lower the engine between the frame rails while leaving the transmission hooked up. Like, that's the easiest way to change it on a fucking Nissan Titan. You love Suno so much? Oh, bro, it's good. Quick example, the SR-71 was supposed to be the RS-71. No shit. Is there proof of that somewhere? Like, is there, like, I'm going to have to look that up. The SR-71 was the RS-71. That's cool. But President misspoke. Remember in the early 2000s, yeah, that they were making a ship dry dock in space. Well, I know that somebody is building a space carrier. I don't know what it's going to carry, but we're building a space carrier of something. US has been on X Games mode lately, man. We've been building some wild shit. Oh, I have an old video dealing with misinformation, and you say your next video will be brain surgery because you know nothing about it. That's fair. I'm sorry, bro. That's a throwback psychotic pickle. I'm so sorry, man. That is a throwback. Please have West Taiwan accuse America of stealing their design for the F-55 from China. You know, that's actually pretty funny. That's actually really funny because the J-35 is literally a twin-engine F-35. I like that joke. I'm going to steal that joke. The F-16 and F-15 both had experimental variants. Yes, I know the 16 did. I didn't know the 15 had canards. I did not know the F-15 had a short takeoff and landing version. I had no idea. We're at 2 hours. I got to get caught up. Story of my fucking life. F5, F20 also had canarded variant with the X20. I know was it the X29? Had canards. And technically the B1 has it, but they're like, I mean, I say that, but in reality, they're probably like that long, which for the B1 is not very big. Where would you put a VLS system on a carrier? Would be better with a self-loading system. Realistically, I would probably put the VLS on the carrier. Like, I would have a small extension, like a 6-pack or a 12-pack of just VLS off the end of the runway you launch aircraft off of. Because I feel like that would be the safest place. Because if it was on the area you land aircraft at, one of them could crash into it, cause damage, so on and so forth. Very rarely on takeoff is there any kind of damage to the end of the runway. I thought about putting it right next to the what is it called? The bridge. Like right next to the bridge, and they would launch out of there. Enemy hits right there, there goes your command and control. I thought about putting them across from the bridge, but then I thought if the target is behind you and they come out and turn, they could hit that bridge unless you program in some kind of safety. So I'm like, the forward end of the ship, probably the best place to put them. If canards are gay, then the X-29 is super duper gay.
Super gay.
Am I going to be playing Arc Raiders? Maybe. I looked at it. I don't know. Rim 116 but larger. That's fair. How many Florida or FL care packages sent to Ukraine have FL Redneck engineering blueprints in them? You know, that's totally fair. When the U.S. and China are in a Cold War and yeah, I like. There's only one other country in NATO. I've learned this through my my research, and I want to say it's the United Kingdom. It might be Italy. There's only one other country in NATO that has the fucking Kato bar launching system and retrieving system for jets on their aircraft carrier. Yeah, F-14 did too. Huh. Originally designated the RS-71, Skunk Works was forced to change about 29,000 blueprints to SR-71. No shit. I had no idea that. So I do got to hop off, guys. It's been a week. We're at our 2 hours. The Wright Flyers have canard.
Wright Flyer, it's gay. Okay.
So there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have it right there. And you know what? I'm going to change what I've said because I like the way that it came out last time and we talked about it. And so as always, instead of saying don't give in to the 22 a day, I'm going to say don't do the enemy any fucking favors. Because I think that's a way to get through to stubborn veterans. Don't do them a favor. All right? I love all of you guys, and I will see you back here next Friday, hopefully with some good news about me being gone from the Army. I may have to miss a couple of lives coming up in the future when I'm getting moved, but after that, I will be back and we will be going. So see you guys. Take it easy.